He said, but Brother Farrakhan, you really need to say something to these people. I went back down. These are my witnesses.
That's right.
750 scholars. And I whipped Saddam.
Yes, you did. Second in command was right.
And his second in command was sitting there.
Yes, sir.
And I told them, they're talking about jihad and holy war. I said, jihad is not for Saddam. Jihad is for Allah. This your brother now.
That's right.
I said, isn't it interesting how yesterday's hypocrite can be today's hero?
That's right.
Did I say it?
That's exactly what you said.
Thank you, sir. And then I said, they were mocking the man who was the emir of Kuwait, that he had 140 wives. And he saw a pretty girl one day and wanted to make her a wife, only to find out she was his daughter. And they were laughing and, you know. So I said, which is worse? A man that goes to war with his Muslim brothers, causing over 1 million Muslims to die? Or a man with 140 wives and don't know his daughter? Which one is worse? I said, I got my brothers, listen to this, in the desert ready to come and kill you. And here you are talking about killing my brothers. I said, they didn't join no army to come to Baghdad. Most of them joined the army because they didn't have a job. And the army offered them some money, and now the army has sent them here. I said, I tell you what, since you are the scholars, I said, the Quran teaches me that whenever Muslims have a dispute, they should bring that dispute to Allah and His Messenger and receive His judgment with no straightness in their breast. I said, since the Prophet is not here and you are the scholars that represent him, why don't you empower me to go back to America and talk to Bush and tell him that the scholars want to settle the difference between Muslim nations, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait. I said, that's not their job to do, that's your job. They didn't empower me to do nothing, did they, brother?
No, sir.
Were the old imams in the front, scholars, they had long beards, man. Were they crying when the minister spoke?
Yes, sir.
When I left, they were weeping. Little black brother from the West. Brother Leonard and my son were with me in Mecca. Oh, man. You know, I don't talk what I know. But it's time now. The head of the World League, Islamic League, the Rabata. What's the name? No. Dr. Nassif at that time. He came to America, and I said the wedding of Brother Ahmed Rufai and his wife, and he heard me. And he said, Brother Farrakhan, he was so impressed. He said, we need to get all of the Muslims in America together, and you must be a part of them, and you must talk to them. I said, first, sir, I would like to come to Mecca and talk to the scholars there. Did you hear me? Then we got invitations. We went to Mecca. There in Mecca for 3 days, right? We wrangled. There was my teacher. His name was Sheikh Zindani from Yemen. Good friend of Osama bin Laden, I imagine. And at first, he was teaching me for 1 hour and a half. And my son saw me, and Leonard saw me taking notes. And after he finished, I took what he taught me and retaught him. No, I don't want no applause. I want you to think. I have been taught by a master. I'm not no Negro looking to follow nobody but the God and the messenger of God that came. Yes, sir. I didn't go to Mecca seeking to follow them. And some of you are so anxious to be received that you will make yourself into somebody else. The next day he came back. He taught me again for another hour and a half. And I took notes and took every note that he taught and gave him depth on everything that he said. You know, Elijah Muhammad is no fluke. And if you're a serious student of that man, notice I said a serious student of that man. He said that Master Farad came to put us on top of civilization. Thou shalt no more be the tail, thou shalt be the head. Yes, sir. The third day, we're wrangling again. Now this day, they come out about Master Farad Muhammad being God in person and Elijah Muhammad being a messenger of God. Now we on it. Brothers, did I defend our teaching?
Yes, sir. To the fullest. To the fullest. It was Muhammad Qutb.
Yeah. And an Egyptian scholar by the name of Muhammad Qutb was sitting in the back. And when Zindani finished and I spoke, they called the chief scholar and asked him, did he have anything to say? He said, I came to both listen and learn. I have listened and I have learned. And when we were going to Asr prayer, Zindani said, I have not slept in 3 days. I said, Sheikh Zindani, I slept very well. We have a great man that God has raised from among us. After I finished in Iraq, we went upstairs. I went out on my balcony in the same hotel. CNN was upstairs. Al-Rashid. The Hotel Al-Rashid. I went out on the balcony, and there was the wheel. Flashing green, green, green. I mean, but this time it wasn't just green, it was.
That's right.
I called my son. I said, look, son. I said, get your bags packed. We out of here.